Hello and welcome back to another episode of Karen Makes Pancakes. So this is week 2 of my bikini prep series. We are 27 weeks out and yeah, it's going good. I originally recorded some stuff yesterday. I was in my car on my way to the gym. Well, in my car at the gym, sitting outside, trying to psych myself up to go to the gym. Monday is legs with a glute focus. And I'm going to try and get some footage of that. Because I'm at the gym. I'm at the gym now. It's a little bit earlier than I normally gym on a Monday because I'm starting work half an hour earlier today. But we'll see. Probably film my phone because I've got a phone holder for my tripod and I'll just use that so it's not too in your face that I'm recording myself, and it'll just be like a form mainly with my deadlifts and my hip thrusts, mainly for my own knowledge as well as for the vlog, because I train on my own and as my weights are going higher I just want to make sure that I'm still using correct form. The only way I can do that without asking someone else for their advice is to film it, which is what I need to get into doing a little bit more. But I might not include any of that because it wasn't very important. I did my weigh-ins and my measurements and my progress. My weigh-ins, my measurements and my progress pictures yesterday. I might actually include progress pictures. You can't really see much progress from the first one to this one. I think the first one was taken 2 weeks ago, and they got one last week, and then this week. It's not much progress, but I want to start including them, so that might be included in the video. I also decided to wear something a little bit more so you can see a little bit better of what my sort of shape is, although this outfit isn't the best, but it's slightly better than a big baggy jumper. So my weight at yesterday's weigh-in was down 100 grams from the weigh-in last Monday. So it was 73.2 last Monday, 73.1 this Monday, but today I weighed in at 72.6. So I'm hoping the number stays down in the 72s this week. I weigh myself every day and just work out the average. Then that's my way of tracking it. And the average has consistently been 100 grams down so far, so I'm hoping it starts being a little bit more. This week's macros are written down in my phone. So my macros for this week is 140 grams of protein, 165 grams of carbohydrates and 55 grams of fat. So that's closer to 1700 calories I think, whereas last week it was closer to 1800 calories that I was eating. Yeah, so hopefully that improves the fat loss and I can see slightly more results. I'd rather go quite hard now and then have a longer like maintain period before the second cut. I don't want to be like cutting and only have like a week where I'm like diet breaking and then going back to a deficit. I'm gonna keep drinking this from the same side because of my lipstick. So that's kind of the goal and why I've cut it down again. I still haven't really added in any cardio other than my warm-ups at the gym because I'm not a fan of cardio. In my measurements yesterday, things were pretty much the same. I have it tracked in here. So this is my just tracking app that I'm using at the moment. Yeah, so that's my shoulders consistently going up from 100. Shoulders is something that I'm working on, so I'm quite happy with that. My chest measurements I'm not paying attention to just because of different bras and bikini tops. Biceps are both the same at the moment. They went up a centimetre in the beginning. My favourite one to look at is the waist because it went down So my waist went down. I'm really happy with that. But my weight has been pretty much the same, which has been frustrating me. And I know it's pretty good, and I'd feel a lot better if I saw results in the progress photos, but I haven't been seeing that. So, a little bit harder approach this week. I did start recording yesterday. I was sat in my car outside the gym, and I was going to record at the gym, but it was kind of busy. It was earlier than I normally go, so I didn't know how busy it was going to be. And there was this one guy who really annoyed me at the gym, which didn't put me in the best of moods to do some filming. And I don't know if I was overreacting, but we have a weights area that's super tiny, the free weights area at the gym. And normally you can fit 4 benches on there. It's a little bit cramped, but you can fit 4 benches on there. I've seen it happen. I've used it when it's been that busy, it's fine. But yesterday there was 2 guys on benches, and that was it. But they positioned their benches right in the middle of the area, so you couldn't really get anyone else in the area, which was fine because the 2 other benches were used in the the Smith machine and the squat rack. But I wanted to do my deadlifts there, and I was like, do I use this? They had left a big space between them and the mirrors in front of them. I was like, do I go in front of them, block their view, and then do deadlifts where I stick either my ass or my boobs in their face? I was like, I can't do that. Or do I use the slightly smaller area at the back and do my deadlifts there? And I was like, that seems like the safest option. And these 2 guys, one of them, to be fair, he was using his bench for like flyers, and then he would stand up and do arms with EZ bar at the front, so it's like he needs that extra space at the front. The other guy, however, had all this space, so his bench was in line with the other person's, and then was doing exercises like over his head. And I was like, why have you left so much space in front of you to do exercises over your head, which are now making it so I definitely feel like I'm invading your space, even though I just want a bit of space on the mat to do deadlifts? And then I was like, that's kind of annoying, but if you don't want to move your bench, that's fine. I probably would have waited normally, but I had to get my workout done before I had work. So I was like, I guess I'll just deal with this. And that, on its own, wouldn't have frustrated me so much. But then when he left, at least he put his weights away, but when he left, he didn't wipe down his bench. And I needed it for my hip thrusts. And as I went to use it, I looked, and there was just a huge puddle of sweat where his head had been. And maybe, again, it's just me. If people need space in the weights bit, I will move, so I take up the smallest space that I can and still get my exercise in. If I use a bench and I get sweaty, and usually even if I don't get sweaty, I will wipe it down. The gym has surface wipes to wipe it down with, or I always have my gym towel on me. And I can't be leaving like sweaty areas for other people to use. But he left it all super sweaty, so I had to wipe that down before I used it. And then that, with the other incident, I was like, okay, that's kind of really frustrated me. But I was like, I'm gonna let it go. And then I ran into the guy again later when I was doing my stretches on the stretch mats, and he was training someone. He was a personal trainer, and he didn't know to wipe down the equipment after use. Or maybe he knew and just didn't care. And I think that's really shitty, to be a personal trainer and to leave really sweaty equipment once you're done with it. And yeah, so that really frustrated me, and obviously because I only had the tiniest amount of space during my deadlifts, I didn't record. I did have my camera all set up. I was like, I'm just going to stick it on the floor on its tripod. And then I was like, I'll actually get some footage of this. But no, that guy couldn't move his bench. So maybe on Wednesday, maybe tomorrow, I can get some footage in the gym. But Wednesday is always the busier day, so that might not happen. It'll be another legs day. It'll be legs with hamstring and quad focus. Yesterday was glutes, and Friday will be legs again with glute focus. So that's how I train it. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays I do arms at home, because arms need less work, shoulders and lats need work. But I'll do my best with them. Oh no, Thursdays, it's Tuesday and Saturday that I do arms. But I'm going to go through my programming and fine tune it. And I need to put it back in the app because it wasn't there yesterday, so I was just making it up as I went along. But yeah, that's pretty much my life, making it up as and when I go along. I'm kind of liking doing the check-ins each day, so I might do more of that. Oh no, I hadn't really planned what I was doing for today. Like last week's, I knew this is going to be my first bikini prep, this is what I'm doing, and then this week's like, here's me saying hi, I dropped a little bit of weight, my waist went down 1 centimetre, yay for me. But I'm not any less motivated. We got this.